This, and this are just a few of the craziest selfies on the internet.
Let's look at them. Good mythical morning.
Yesterday we discussed the science behind selfies. Today we are gonna take you through the craziest selfies on the internet. You may have seen a few of these floating around, but now they're all in one place. This video, let's go.
Okay, now we divided these into categories. One of the most common categories for selfies is mirror selfies, but there's a subcategory called, or at least we call it, suspending yourself in the mirror selfies.
There he is.
Well, if you're gonna take a selfie with your feet above your head, you might as well wear your pink socks. That's what I learned here.
But why is the camera covering his face? That's not really good form.
Well, give the guy a break. Look, he's holding himself up with one hand.
You're right, everything else is good form. I could not do that.
Now this girl is doing something similar.
Style points for use of the foot.
Yeah, that is impressive. How do you take a picture with your toe?
I can no longer use the I gotta brush my teeth excuse for not doing yoga.
This girl also suspending herself. It's a little easier to see what she's got going on here. She's just standing on the doorknob. I'm going to deduct some points for the use of the tongue. I'm not into that, don't like that.
I think this is a koala impersonation. Have you seen them? That's what they look like.
I think you're overthinking it and giving her way too much credit. I think this is just a girl's like, I'm gonna stand on the doorknob and stick my tongue out.
Is she balancing on a toilet paper roll holder?
No, she is a witch. Now this is my kind of superhero right here.
The front half?
That's all I need of her right there. She can save my day any day. This guy, okay.
When he taped a ball to his foot.
Right, I mean, you know what? It looks cool at first, and then you realize that he literally like double-sided taped that ball. There's no way it would be deformed in such a way if he hadn't. But the thing that I wonder is, what do you do when your mom and dad walk in this situation?
You fall.
Dad, it's for the internet. Just get off my case. That's why I take the soccer ball to my foot.
Okay, continuing mirror selfies. This is the extreme mirror selfie category.
All right, a lot of questions could be asked about this. First could be, why the lemon nipples?
I asked that lots of times in lots of contexts.
The better question is, why do you have to make the dog go through this? I mean, look at him. He's like, oh, he's putting the lemons on his nipples again and sitting on the gumball machine naked.
Let me out, please.
Yeah, have a heart for your dog.
This all makes perfect sense, except for the foot washing part. But I get the rest.
All right, this one is clever. I give a lot of points here, style points. The thing is I would be more impressed if she had used the actual mannequin hand to take the photo.
Right, that is a human hand.
She cheated and used human hands.
I think that makes it better.
Well, you do wonder.
Where does the arm come from? Is that a different sweater? Is there a hole in that sweater?
Okay, this guy, this is interesting. And in the next few selfies from this series, you see him stealing your TV and rifling through your sock drawer for valuables. And for those of you who thought mirror selfies were a recent invention, there's this woman, obviously from the past.
Look at that iPhone, it's huge. Okay, the only reason this is a selfie is because none of his friends were willing to help document this act of stupidity.
Moving on to the next category, selfieception. This is when people take Inception-like photos of themselves using multiple devices.
So we got two screens here, nice use of the foot.
This is more complex than you realize because he's taking a picture with that phone of the mirror. Yeah, but he's also taking a photo the other way of himself.
Same phone.
Yeah.
And then he's taking a picture with the iPad.
And then he ruins it all by making a peace sign. It was cool until that point.
I definitely prefer this guy. 3 screens, and he's not making a peace sign.
He has all his selfies contained in one selfie. A selfie on 3 different screens and himself. And he's like, I knew what I was doing. Look at this face. See, he's not making a peace sign.
Okay, now this one is technically not a selfie. It is a picture of a cat maybe taking a selfie, which is gonna count because we need to get a cat in this video.
Yeah, right.
Also, this one is not technically a selfie. It is a simulated selfie on a college ID.
Now, this is a great idea, but you end up using your college ID for like the next 10 years after you graduate to get into movies for like $5. So I hope she realizes that this joke is gonna follow her for like a decade.
Okay, now this dude took a selfie with a Game Boy. Wow.
The only problem I see with this one is excessive use of cordage. There's definitely a red cord in there that is unnecessary.
Okay, next category, action shots. Okay, this one's impressive. He's obviously holding the camera. I'm very curious how this one ended.
Well, there's no way to know because it's just a selfie. It's not a video.
It's not a sequence of selfies leading to permanent paralysis.
And it's not as impressive as this next one. Anyone who can take a selfie while experiencing 6 Gs needs to be commended.
And the framing of this is immaculate. I mean, look at that. You can see the whole stadium back there. It's like, well, I really got to compose this.
You're assuming that he was holding a phone, but I also think this is like a dash cam situation.
Now, this astronaut is holding a camera. I mean, you can look in his reflection. It's like an astronaut camera. It's not like an iPhone.
It's probably a pretty expensive camera, I would think.
And that might be Sandra Bullock in there, man.
That's Sandra Bullock up in there. Or maybe George Clooney. Okay, I want to believe this one is real, but this doesn't seem like the kind of climb you make in skinny jeans and a graphic tee. So I'm going to call this photoshopped.
But still pretty awesome. Okay, new category. Bring a friend, non-solo selfies. Grandpa does not look happy. He looks like he's about to slug this kid. And I say go for it. Angry old man washing hands.
And I'm not sure what's going on in this one. I think that this guy behind her he must be famous or something.
Or she's never seen a Segway before.
Yeah, moving along. Grandma, can you hold my leg?
Sure, honey.
I mean, what does Grandma think is happening here?
Well, she's not making eye contact with the camera, so I'm not sure she knows a photo is being taken at all.
I think she's looking
which makes this even more weirder.
Well, she's making sure that her hands are like in the right place. I mean, like she's like, I gotta hold this leg up so you can see my granddaughter's rear end.
Yeah.
This is horrible in lots of different ways. There's a number of things going on here. The fact that it's a funeral selfie. The strangely appropriate use of the peace sign in this one. I actually think it actually works in this situation. And the apparent lanyard that he's wearing that might be attached to some sort of press pass.
Hey man, I got into this viewing convention where you go around and look at dead people.
Well, no, I assume the guy's related to her, that he's up there at the open casket, but why does he need a press pass? I don't know.
And finally, in a category of its own category.
This makes sense upon, it's like, oh, this is cute. It's fall. I'm going to put some leaves on my eyes. We'll put my scarf on.
Be really cute. But the thing she didn't see was the dog turd at 1 o'clock.
She probably smelled it, though, eventually. Right after this, she was like, oh. And there you have it. Some of the craziest selfies on the internet. Let us know what we missed.
Thanks for liking and commenting, and get the free trial of Netflix and help out the show by going to netflix.com/rhettandlink.
You know what time it is.
I'm Emily.
I'm Rachi.
And we're from Portland, Oregon.
It's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Check out the mirror selfie that we posted on our Instagram. The account is Rhett and Link.
And click through to Good Mythical More where we got a few more pics to show you of selfies. Selfie, echo for no reason.
Link becomes French.
Oh, oui, monsieur. What is your papel? What is your papel? Tu es je m'appelle.
You got any croissants? I really like those.
Tu es je m'appelle.
Oui, oui.
Je suis Laurent. Tu es la m'appelle.
Je suis René.
Oh, René.
3 years. Took 3 years of French.
Oh.
Laurent.
Me too. It's very obvious at this point. Very good French accent.
Where's that croissant?
And they never said to have one. Me not a baker.
This is why I'm self-conscious about selfies. Of all the people that we went to school with, we're probably the only people in that who are taking selfies, I think.